Praised be our Lord Jesus Christ, now and forever. Last week I was talking about the Catholic reading plan, which always focuses on the Gospel and the teaching in the New Testament. What if you do not have the Bible diary or missal and you just have the Bible? You do not necessarily need to buy a new one if you already have one. So there are many Bibles, or rather translation of the Bible. The original 2000 years ago was in a Hebrew. The New Testament was in Greek. This is in scroll in Greek, and this scroll is in Hebrew language. I'll go to this later on. And so about 100 years ago, the first attempts of the translation were made in Europe in Anglo-Saxon language. Yes, the English that we speak today did not even exist yet. Similarly, attempts were made 800 years ago in Germany, in Netherlands, Spain, Portugal, in Poland. All the languages that people spoke in those various countries of Europe were spoken languages. Yes, just spoken language, like Jamaica Patois. The language that was spoken was Greek in Greece and around, and Latin. It was the Bible translation from Greek and Hebrew that put those languages, including my Polish languages, all the languages of Europe on the map. Today we take it for granted. When England colonized the Caribbean lands and many other lands in Asia and Africa and North America too, they brought their Bible with them. And it was the Bible that taught our ancestors to speak and write in English in the Caribbean. And once the British came to the Caribbean after the Reformation, they brought, of course, the Bible of their king, who was called King James I. So King James I ordered to burn all the other previous translation of the Bible made in English before, and his Bible, translated now from Hebrew and Greek, the only authorized version today, he claimed as authorized version. And today many new Christian churches in Jamaica and in the Caribbean legitimize their existence by using the so-called authorized version of the King James Bible. Around 100 years ago, an American pastor, Cyril Schofield, produced a popular study Bible. And the popularity of that Bible grew. His Bible study gives equal importance to all the books of the Bible, lists 7 covenants and 9 dispensation. But it is very anti-Catholic. So as Catholics, please avoid buying this Bible. Early in the Rastafarian movement, also the Rastas used this Bible to create their theology, especially the theology of regarding Babylon. Please do not buy it, as it is still available in its revised version today in Jamaica and the Caribbean, even though the revised version is not so anti-Catholic. So please buy preferably a Catholic Bible that has modern English translation. I highly recommend the Revised Standard Version, NRSV. This is the NRSV Bible. The NRSV. We use them in the liturgy already in our churches. The NRSV is actually the grandchild of the King James Version, because as English language developed and people stopped using words like thou art, thine, bestoweth, and other verbs which end with eth, a new translation was needed. And then so the language reflects now the English presently spoken and not the same archaic English from the 16th century colonial times. Thus, in 1963, a Revised Standard Version was created, which is a child, we could say, a child of the King James Version, because it was just revised. The King James Version was revised. But with the development of the biblical archaeology and study of the ancient Aramaic and Hebrew, new revised version was needed. And so in 1989, New Revised Standard Version came about. Other translations that are good is also New American Bible. I have it here in the African form as an African Bible. And the Bishop Conference in United States just approved the new translation of this Bible, New American Bible, which soon will be in the Caribbean shores. Also an excellent Catholic Bible is the Christian Community Bible. The Christian Community Bible, known in Leeward Islands and in Jamaica. It is produced in the Philippines and authorized by Nihil Obstat and by imprimatur by our own Bishop Donald Rees. So please, whatever Bible you buy, especially study Bible, make sure it has a Nihil Obstat and imprimatur from the Catholic Bishop or from the Catholic Bishops' Conference, like Antilles Episcopal Conference that Bible has. Among other translation, a notable one is widely used by British Catholics, the New Jerusalem Bible. The New Jerusalem Bible. Widely used by Pentecostal churches, and not only Pentecostal, in the Caribbean, is the NIV, the New International Version. Just remember that if you get it by the one that have the deuterocanonical books to which we use as a Catholics to study the Bible, rather avoid buying old KJV or Good News Bible, which is more colloquial English. But I am very grateful to the Jamaica Bible Society, who recommended about 20 years ago and implemented the use of the Good News Bible in the schools, where children now can read and understand what they read, because before they couldn't. The KJV they couldn't really understand and couldn't hardly read. All these Bibles, now including the Catholic ones, are available in Jamaica Bible Society bookstore in Halfway Tree in Kingston. Sorry for this little ad, but as I am on the board of directors for the Bible Society in Jamaica, I suppose I can do it. Finally, let me say the word about our own Jamaican New Testament Bible, New Testament Patois. There are a lot of churches and pastors, including our own Catholics ones, that resist it. We say we can talk it, but we can't read it. Okay? It is a spoken language, full stop. Remember, English or Polish language were just spoken patois 1,000 years ago. It was the written translation of the Bible that put those languages on the map of the world. The Jamaican Bible and the books of the Old Testament are coming up too. That will standardize the spoken language of Jamaicans, and hundreds of years from now, people will be thankful for it. And this is the generation now, and you are part of it, that we can do it. So God bless you, and see you next week.